Hi, I'm John Wood with Jesus for Asia, and we're here in a little town north of Chiang Mai, Northern Thailand, and we want to share with you a burden that the Lord has laid on our hearts. Beginning in 2009, we found a satellite channel that covers 60% of the Earth's population, and that's all the way from Japan to Spain. That's incredible, all of Asia in one satellite channel. The problem is there's no programming. So the big challenge is production in the local languages by the local people. God had already impressed us to start building a TV production studio right here in Asia. Welcome to the All Asia TV studio. Come on in. Okay, this is the video editing room that we're in now, the future video editing room, and we're going to have multiple workstations here, and it's really cool because this is where the magic happens. You've got people combining your video with the audio, with the graphics, and with music to make a compelling package that will reach the hearts of the Asian people in their living room. Okay, they normally build with brick and cement here in Asia. The problem is you get a very, very live acoustical environment. So like one person can be having a conversation over here and that's going to drown out everybody else's conversation in the rest of the room. So we got to bring down all the bounce sound and the reverb and everything. So we found this pretty inexpensive foam that's going to give us a much better sonic environment. Okay, we're here in the music production room, and we decided to put this room in here because there's very little actual Adventist music on CD in Thailand, and there's so much talent. So Rick has been here for the last 6 or 7 months with his family, Rick Hernandez, and he's working on finishing out the studio as well as this room. Rick, what have you been doing in here that's so special?
Well, this room, since we're going to be recording music here, we wanted to make it extra sound tight. So we have obviously the structural walls, which are double walls of bricks with plaster over them. And on top of that, we've got a good layer of foam. Then inside of that, we're going to put yet another wall that will have a double layer of gypsum board on it. And then inside that, one more step will have another layer of foam. So that should be a good sound tight and a high quality sounding room, so that the product that comes out of here is a first quality recording.
This is our reception room and kind of the business front end of the facility, and the person running this department will actually be the production coordinator, and she'll be the one scheduling in the people to come, the guests, the presenters, the construction workers to build the sets and all that kind of stuff. So that's what this area is for. Okay, now this is the master control room. It's positioned right next to the studio, and while we're doing a program, we'll have like 3 or 4 cameras on the program, on the set out there, and the signal from each of the cameras will come into the master control room and be shown up on a monitor. And they'll also go through a switcher, all be routed into a switcher, where the director can then choose which camera will go on and switch between the cameras so he can do a live edit as the show is progressing. So at the end of the show, you got a finished product. Now, right next to this is the audio room, and the purpose of that room is that the microphones of the guest and the speaker are routed directly into a mixer here, and he can do nothing but focus on making sure the audio is clean, because the audio is really what's going to reach the mind of the listener and the viewer. So the master control room. This is our conference room, an essential feature of every creative facility. This is where the planning is going to be taking place, of what language to shoot for, what programs to actually put on air, what sets to build, and the designing and everything like that. It's going to take place here. You'll notice also the audio is very kind of echoey, and it's hard to understand what I'm saying. This is the brick and cement that I was talking about, how live it is, and we've got to put some foam and things like that to kind of deaden that sound so we can understand each other, what we're saying when we're talking to each other. So anyway, conference room, good stuff. This is the studio, and I'm so excited about what God has done. A year ago, this was nothing but dirt. And now we've got a studio in which we can do all kinds of creative stuff. Over here, we've got a pipe in the wall where we can bring water in and then a drain, so we can put a sink here and have a cooking show. And then over here, maybe we could have, I don't know, like a morning show. And then maybe over this way, we could have somebody reading the Bible on camera in a language that doesn't have the Bible. Maybe then do a live translation or something like that. Then over there, you could have like a marriage and family type of show where you're speaking into the needs of communicating this message to the children, or developing and strengthening the marriage relationship. I don't know, anything is possible here. All it depends on is a good local crew that knows the needs and is willing to, you know, design shows and create shows and people to present these shows in their own culture. We can do the Korean, the Thai, the Khmer, the Vietnamese, the Chinese, all these different cultures throughout Asia, Malaysian, Indonesian, whatever you know, this is the tool to be used by anybody that's led of the Lord to create programs for the local people in their local language, in their local culture. So join us with this amazing, amazing adventure in taking the gospel to the world. So you've heard the vision, you've seen the studio, and now we're here among representatives of the Karen, the Aka, and the Mian tribes. Isn't it exciting how God can work through His people? And He chooses to work through His people. And it's His plan for His church to gather together and take the gospel to the whole world. And this is a tool that He's giving us. If you'd like to get involved with this exciting faith and sacrifice program, contact us, come on a mission trip, come help build, come help run a video camera, come help train. Whatever you feel led to do in taking this gospel to the world.